Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and you are about to watch the daily scan for Tuesday, January 27th, 2014. All right, yesterday, Dallas manufacturing survey missed. It wasn't a huge miss. They were looking for +4, and it was -4, but it's still 4. It still basically averages out to 0. Which is just pretty much say things just ain't moving in that region, which I'm not sure what it includes, but it obviously includes Texas and probably many surrounding states. So that's not good for the Mid-South or the Southwest or whatever you might want to call it. I'm not sure, but it doesn't bode well for them. But, things are looking good, I think, in like Philadelphia and New York and stuff like that. So I don't know how to take that. But anyway, today we have durable goods, Case-Shiller Home Pricing Index, new home sales, consumer confidence. So it's going to be a relatively busy day. Across the ponds in Asia were mixed and pretty solidly mixed in both directions, and Europe is all red across the board. Now, I didn't pay much attention to this particular item yesterday, but I find it pretty interesting. A few comments about some of these headlines here. I couldn't agree with this one more. Americans now hate their government the most ever. I couldn't agree with that more. Very oppressive government here right now. Return of the 3% down payment. This whole owning a home business, it's a good idea to own something, but then you have to own it. Meaning that as long as you have a mortgage on it, basically the bank owns it. Even if you just owe $1 on that and you default on it, they could try to take your house away from you. But actually, a mortgage could possibly be one of the biggest rip-offs ever invented by man. You get a mortgage and you own your own home, and there's sort of a warm feeling about that. But you have a huge burden, and you all know if you get a $100,000 mortgage and it's 30 years, you're going to end up paying $350,000 for that house. And who makes out? The banks. They always make out. We're at war with Russia. Geez, right after, didn't we just do a reset button with them? Oh well. Anyway, enough political commentary. I could go on forever and ever. So over here, we're looking at a gap down this morning. Gold is at $12.81. Oil is at $45.28. I heard on the radio yesterday that, it's at the bottom now. It's only going to go up. We'll see about that. Actually, a little bit of weakness in the dollar and a tad bit of recovery on the euro. And then take a look at what happened to our put-call ratio here. This one's 0. Could it possibly be? I can't imagine it being 0. There has to be a number in there, I would think. I don't know what's wrong here. But the VIX is at 1552, which is getting down there into the basement. Didn't do a darn thing yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. What I did do, though, is put a good till cancel order in on ABX. I'll take a look at that here. And it's to buy this back for $11.53, which would, I think I ran these numbers yesterday. Let me take a look here. On this ABX, what was the order for? 11.53. So I ran that number for 11.53, and that would be a nice little profit. Paid 10.20 for it, so that would give me $1.50 times 3. So it'd be about $450 on it. So we'll see how that looks on the chart when we get to it here. Uno momento. Okay. We click on the right thing here. Let's start our scan, since that's what we're all here for, right? Of course, we have tons of earnings, so we're just going to kind of like blast through. I think we're going to skip them all, huh? Let's just move right on to Costco. Keep this short. And we had Costco on yesterday as a setup, and we do have a hook here, but we didn't get confirmation, obviously. Looking at the price action here, it just blasted up at the open and pretty much held it till the end of the day, where just a little final push up. Peek at the Dow. Yeah, things are really looking weak here. Really, really weak. And as opposed to previous pullbacks where it was pretty solid pullback, here we have a pullback and then a sort of a recovery and then a pullback. You know, this was not really all that much higher than this previous high here, so it's not looking real good. We still don't have a down arrow, though. We should. I think for some reason we can't see it. It might be up here. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why we don't have one there. Peek at gold. We are like a penny short of being in the money here. This covered calls at, or this calls at 123. We are currently, cost basis is 124.67, trying to get that down, whittling away. Do I want to roll? This is a very good time to roll, so I'm going to be looking at rolling this today. Let's take a look right now and see what it looks like if we were to roll this. Let's analyze rolling the trade. Okay, so we get 30 cents even if we just go one more week. What if we went a whole month? We get 75 cents. That would bring our cost basis down in the 123 range. Well, that might be worth it. Darn it, might want to roll this another month. Gotta get my hand away from that toggle switch there. That might be worth a roll. So I'm making a note. That definitely has some possibilities. Alright, Google. I think they have earnings. And LinkedIn, of course, they have earnings too. We'll look at, let's look at NDX. I didn't get rid of all my drawings. Didn't quite get through the whole list. I think I got about halfway down. And I forgot where I left off. What are we seeing here? We have a downtrend on the weekly. We have very tired looking pattern here. Similar to this pattern, which gave us a really big move. I'm kind of excited about this, to tell you the truth. We have a downtrend, we got a hook down. This is alertable. To try to grab some. Let's zoom out just a tad here. There is actually an interesting thing going on here from a resistance perspective. It's pretty interesting. It's happened. It's held up 3 times here, quite possibly. So that's pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited about that. Oops. So and it works out almost perfectly. Going on a list. Let's throw an alert on here. The only thing is where to throw it. Well, I think it's okay to put it here. I just don't want to miss out on it. So, there we go. ABX. I'm going to just back up and look at ABX here. I'm going to show you where this order is. I have an alert set here at 13. And in theory, and this is just theoretical, if ABX moves up to this 113.19, it'll trigger that order. But we're just not really sure. So we're good on drawings there. Let's just see how this works out. Okay? Alright, now back down here to Netflix. Netflix still climbing. Good for you, Netflix. I'm very happy. OEX. S&P 100. Cash index. Looking kind of weak as well. We actually have a confirmation here, so I am alerting this as well. Yes, I do like that. I like alerts. I like alerts a lot. Okay, price line. Might take a look at one of these. Maybe we'll take a look at NDX and look at some possible trades there, because we might have some extra time here if I don't quit chattering. Price line, downtrend. We have an alertable trade here into its second day, and it was alertable yesterday. The alert triggered and it moved up. So if I would have waited till like later on in the afternoon and I was still gutsy enough to get into it, I could have. But I think I'm going to look for a trade or an alert right around here. So second day that we have an alert on price line. How are we doing on Russell? We have them. Yes, they were up there yesterday too. What's this little blue thing up here? Huh. I don't know why there's a peg up there. Anyway, this is not alertable, but it definitely is going on to my sit-up again. Barely in a downtrend, but I might have to be kind of careful about that one. SPX. SPX. Let's move out on that one too. Don't see as pretty of a pattern as I did on NDX, but there definitely is some resistance. I mean, you might be in it's double top kind of failed, or the head and shoulders kind of failed. Now we're in a double top situation. A lot of weakness, ladies and gentlemen. For this particular one, we are in a downtrend on the weekly, so I'm going by that. And we have an alert. I'm going to call this an alert situation as well, so I'm going to throw that alert in here at this 2048 level. And we might have, phone might be very busy this morning. Tesla. And we're in an alert situation there too. we have earnings coming up sometime. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This looks very nice. I like these big green candles, and we get a little bit of a tip here on the stochastic. That's pretty unusual. I like that. So we're going to throw an alert on this one too. Normally I would put it below the low. I don't know that it would hit that. I want to watch it. I want the alert to go off just to let me know that it's headed in that direction. I'll move it down a little bit. Maybe move it down here, midpoint. But I want to come and look at it. And then Visa earnings. Alright, so we were going to look at NDX. And if let's see, what might we do here? If we get a move down, we'd be looking at a bear call. And if we looked here around the low 30s, let's take a look at 43.10. Analyze vertical. That's $1.80 on a $5 spread. So that's pretty good. It's 2.5 or so risk to reward, 2.5 to 1 roughly. So that would be a favorable kind of trade for me anyway. Yeah, we'd risk 320 and have 180 in reward. That would be a favorable trade. Now, what I would do then is I would put in a good till cancel limit order for 90 cents on this right away. That's what I do. Okay, so we're a little bit early today, a little bit shorter than normal, and that's good. I think I'm going to close it out for the day. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.